Hey there, Commanders. Today I'm playing as Task Force 45 here in Steel Division 2. We will be focused on the central town. I brought in an A-20J-5DO Havoc to spot all the enemies, and you can see them coming in here. Initially, I'm bringing in the Cav Scouts to get into the church, a 50 caliber heavy machine gun, and a leader to provide some veterancy. Enemies moving in quickly here to try and gain a foothold. Cav Scouts are firing their M1 carbines at these guys. We take out one of these cars. There's two more, and we got a Puma on the church. I've got the converted gunners from the United Kingdom rushing in right now. They don't have an LMG, but they have 15 men with Lee Enfield, so hopefully we can use the Mad Minute here. T-70 goes down to the Puma, unfortunately, but they did trade. And the converted gunners taking on these French militiamen, doing a great job of suppressing these guys. These units do have the LMG, and we've got a Panther coming in, so use the Cav Scouts to pop smoke, and I had put them on the no cover order and removed them from the church until they start blinking again. But really, their smoke allowed us to save these teams here. We've got some T-11s moving in trying to fight a Panther. Probably not going to work out too well for us. But our gunners able to get into these houses. BEO AR-196A3 coming in to drop off map on us. Fortunately, we knocked him down, so he'll only get one. But on our left flank, we got a SPW-231 firing at one of our gunner teams here. Friendly captured Panther over here. Manages to knock out that other one. But we've got some Panzer IVs, 3s, and a leader that he's going to have to knock out too. T-11's getting in on the action, knock out that Panzer IV. The Panzer IV did knock out our Panther before we had a chance to kill him off. The Cav Scouts back inside the church. I've disabled their grease guns and their M1 carbines. I want them to use the bazooka. I'm basically going to use them as a bazooka team. I want to keep them alive and really only start firing if a vehicle gets in too close. Panzer Shrek rushing into the front lines. T-11's 37mm not penetrating that Panzer IV. After four of them start firing, though, knocks them out. I don't know what Kirkland's doing here. He's got the hunt order on his Jeep, and he's going to lose this M42 45mm. Let's see if he can get a round off before he dies. Nope. So we've got allied Italians over here with infantry in the woods. Needs to maybe... these are in a pretty good spot. Let's say leave them there. Cav Scouts get spotted and knocked out. And it's a 14-10, so we are winning at the moment, but we do not have the full town. T-11's getting spotted and backs off. Did bring in an M8. Try to provide some more fire support here. And our leader's taking fire from more of these militia teams. Fortunately, we've got some mortars going off, 82s. Hopefully can suppress these guys for us. M8 puts the fear into the life of the Panther A, but not for long. He goes down quickly. So I brought back in our recon plane. It looks like the enemy has quite a few anti-aircraft units here. I have a Bofors 40mm back here, and we have an M10A1 tank destroyer here. Unfortunately, our engineer's leader was killed off by these guys, but the 50 cal can spot one of them, and the suppression on those guys happening very fast. And we're in close enough, so the lack of LMG, a little bit less of a concern at the ranges we have here. M10A1 getting in on the action against the infantrymen, and a P40 with bombs takes out the 35S. So, good work, 50 cal. More Panzer III Hs. So I've brought in a second T-70. I feel like these are very similar to using a Hellcat. Can penetrate 130, but they only got 20 millimeters of armor. Got a 50 mil from driving up the front line again. And I'm trying to spread out our gunners here. And we've got another platoon of Alpini moving into. Second Cav Scout unit getting up here. Spot somebody here, Stern Pioneer, so we'll be able to tear into them with their M4 carbines, or actually M1 carbines. Panzer III getting spotted by the M42. Can he knock him out? Nope, he gets out of range. So I'm having to play peekaboo with these Stern Pioneers. Another captured French tank goes down. And the L335 with the radios up here now, so we can get some more accurate fire on the enemy units. Lots of smoke going down. I'm guessing that was ours? Not sure. I've got 4.2-inch mortars. I'm about to start dropping over here on the Panther and Pack 38. If we get really lucky, it'll knock out the Panther. And I am going to communicate where I'm dropping artillery for the team. More gunners in here. By the way, guys, I'm playing this game with a couple guys on Discord server. Definitely fun to be in here as a group. I've got the link on the channel page. Feel free to join. We've been having a great time over the last week or so since it's been set up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. You'll see all the new videos coming out. I try to be consistent, but, you know, life happens, so hit the bell and you'll be notified when something new is posted. Pack 38 goes down to artillery, and friendly artillery hitting the same area. Might have taken out that Panther, too. Russians getting in on the action here, along with the Alpinis. Gronostrelkis dropped off right in front here, using their DT machine guns to great effect. Panzer III goes down. Now, I'm not sure what hit him. So we're going to walk the artillery over. Let the team know that we've got artillery going in here. Panzer II going to go down to this 6-pounder. Ah, he went down to the T11 first. Dual Brens of the Arditi doing a great job to kill off these guys. So much artillery coming in. Cav Scout's getting hit by artillery from the enemy. I tried moving in an M2 having a machine gun, but because they're disheartened, they just flee very easily. It's going to take a minute for them to come back to the front line. I'm bringing up a M16. And so these are pretty effective at infantry support. We'll use those later on in the match against the enemy infantry. More spotting planes coming in, backed up by a P-40. P-40 gets knocked off by the AA. Enemy AA not pretty strong right now. Second P-40 gets knocked off. There's a third P-40 fighter. And air machine guns in this game basically do nothing. I want to say a couple years back that they used to do a lot of damage and suppression, and they got nerfed. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because anything with below a 20mm now is kind of worthless for a ground fire. So on a right flank, we're almost to this intersection flag. That's a great push in Phase A here. We just moved into Phase B. We've got this intersection too. So things going well for the Allies. Let's check the left flank here. This area could use some more support. We've got some recon units and a defense group, so I have to keep an eye on that. We're barely holding on to those flags. I'm moving more of these converted gunner teams up to the front. They're only 15 points, and they're beefy, so worst case scenario, you can use, they're not disheartened, so you could use them as a bullet sponge until your reinforcements come in. You know, if you're not really worried about a 15-point loss. If the enemy's on a hunt move, they're just going to stop and fire at them, and it can buy you some time. Not saying you should use men that way, but sometimes it happens. So we've got another M10A1 tank destroyer. Now, one thing I really noticed in this match is, boy, they seem to move slow for a tank destroyer. 36 kilometers an hour for a tank destroyer with, I guess their armor's fairly decent, but the Hellcats are so fast. I just feel like speed for these guys is more important than the armor. So these light tanks, these little light cavalry tanks have been used to really good effect. I like seeing people use them. You got guys using the Bulgarians over here, which is so much fun if you watched my last video. I thought it would be a good idea for us to take this flag. We're so close. And one thing I'm going to do here, I don't know if I've called it in yet. I get 90mm dual purpose guns, which are really deadly. So I want to set one up here with a sniper. We can cut things off, and then one down here, and we're cutting the road off up to here. I just lost a flag. Not sure where. Bring the A-20 back into spot. You can see all the enemy anti-aircraft back here. There's quite a bit. He might go down. And he is knocked out. We lose an M10. Could have been to artillery, I'm not sure. Brought in an M8 Scott just to help these infantry out and give them some fire support. I'm moving another M10 up over here. And we can see the enemy artillery back over here. And I should be able to hit that range. I want to say the high explosives 1750, so we can hit this ridge with HE shells. Now, I haven't brought in any of it. It looks like my trucks got knocked out back here. So I didn't notice that during the match. Enemy off map hitting us now. And the only artillery I got at the moment are these 4.2-inch mortars. Left flank still, you know, the enemy could roll. If the enemy had recon and light armor or with infantry behind, they could steamroll through us right here. Get your infantry into this town. Spotting aircraft, right? If you had spotting aircraft, you might notice that. But they could really, wow, cut right through here. You could take all this stuff out, more than likely. Unless we had a huge air reserve, but I think most of them got damaged on the front line. So I moved the T-70 up just to cut off this road. We've got the flag over here. I've got another 4.2-inch mortar coming in. my M2 Brownings haven't made it to the front line because they just keep retreating every time we get hit with artillery. But I do have the WC-25 with the 50 cal. So I'd like to hit these 280 half tracks. Get this M10A1 into position here because we are within range. There is a Panther there, though. And see if he can instantly spot us or not. I feel like we should be able to be a little hidden and get a firing solution. Misses. And you're a single vet. I feel like you should hit that. Gets destroyed by the Panther. It happens. M8 Scott firing away at the 222. See who wins this one. 75mm pack howitzer and 50 cal or 20 mil. Usually once you retreat, that's it. Yeah. I feel like you're more likely to die if you start moving a unit under fire, like an armored unit. Like if you try to retreat somebody while you're taking shots and you can't quickly get out of cover before the next one, I feel like it almost always dies. That could just be my perception, but it seems that way. Like it'll bounce more rounds if it's just sitting stable versus hitting the reverse order and backing them up. All right, so we see more enemy equipment heading our way. Really like bringing in the spotting aircraft. They're so useful. Very hard to use the light ones because they get knocked out so easily. I think anything with like medium resilience tends to work out better. And I try to fly them up to the front line, not really deep into enemy territory, unless I'm not paying attention. T-70 taking fire from a T-34-85. All these Panzergrens are suppressed, and these ones are 30 points, so pretty expensive squads. I'm bringing up the Nisi bazooka teams so we can get them in here to fire at the enemies. And that Ju-88 is surviving somehow. No, he's knocked out. Here comes more light tanks to harass the enemy. And, you know, we're getting into 1,000 and under 1,000 meter range, so definitely going to be better at penetrating stuff. Trying to take out my M10A1. Gunners take a direct hit and lose a man. So we're going to have to deal with this T-34-85. Our 6-pounder just out of view. Did let the team know we're going to have more 4.2s on the flag. I've got my own 6-pounder right here. The Nisi models have just AP shells so they can pen 115. Oh, there you go. Looks like my favorite AA DP gun is moving up to the front line. Cannon 2065. So good. So I've got another M10A1 moving in here. We took out the Panzer IV over here. Not sure with what. I missed it in my vision. We got pushed back. That was the flag we lost earlier. We're still winning, though. 20 minutes on the tick timer. Centaurs are brutal, so these guys are all going to get suppressed and pushed back. We lost a 50 cal. So those must be 120s dropping on us. Those guys are right back here. RE-2002 tried to make it in, but both sides investing a lot of money in anti-aircraft. And the team, Axis team over here, doing a good job of pushing, taking advantage of the situation. The 17-pounder, I'd consider that out of position. Really needs to be here with a spotter. At least he's got the Kangaroo here to be able to shoot at infantry. M10 gets knocked out. I'm going to say that's probably the artillery that came through. And I'd moved up the M16 and was firing at the infantry over here. I had to retreat him because there's a Panther up there. 20mm trucks heading up to the front line. And I've got the Brazilians in here now. They're 25 points. The American squads, I want to say, are 30 because they have a bazooka, but I already have two bazooka teams up here, so no reason to spend the extra points. You can hear the Brazilians chatting in Portuguese now. Yeah, they have. Oh yeah, they have 1903s instead of the M1 Garand, but they got 2 BARs with 2,100 rounds of ammo. So let's see, it damages 0.9. I have to look at some GIs to see the difference. I doubt it's that much. Converted gunners, 1.3. Not too bad. Looks like we got Ju-87 G2s coming and knocking out 2 Shermans. Not a bad move by the enemy here. He's going to have to bring in AA. It looks like he's already figured that out. So I haven't brought in those units yet. If I did, he got knocked out. But we have the intersection. It's a 15-9. Looks like we're sending units to the left flank now. $17-pounder still alive, but in the Kangaroo 50 doing quite a bit of damage. King Tiger not helping. And here comes the American bombers. Let's see where these land. Bowfighters coming in to take out the King Tiger too. Oh, that's brutal. KT gets knocked out by the 4th Bowfighter. 20 mil, single 20 mils with 10% accuracy, not going to do it. So we have the swamp flag back. We still have off the farm. These guys are going to get pinned. Unless he gets in too close. He's going to get knocked out by this Panzerfaust. Maybe. He's micring this pretty good, so he might be able to surrender all those guys. Boy, we're seeing the Bulgarians everywhere in this match. BF-109 never going to make it. Those things, I feel like, are way too fragile. He might get shot down. He pulled away just in time. I brought in a P-51 to hit these guys because they were trying to make a breakthrough here. Unfortunately, the P-51s are probably as fragile as the BF-109s, but we did stop these guys. There's only one squad in the woods here. So I got them to fall back. They're backed up by a Panther. Oh, enemy trying to push our left flank at the moment. Got another M16 coming in. I think the last one was blown up by, I want to say artillery. So still have the flag on the edge of the hill. I'm going to move these guys out. You can see all the artillery dropping out. So that's off map. M6. So here we go. M16. Quad 50s just getting these guys pushed off.
Ready to fire, sir.
Armor is 15 and 5 on the side, so it's good. Not going to stay alive against anything. Except for light machine guns. We have this flag. We were working on that one for a while. Brought in the Brazilians with their BARs to help clear this out. And an M10 tank destroyer. I have a million M10s in this deck. And they're, I want to say 65 points? No, 80 because they have the armor. Okay. They're the price of a Sherman. But I was mostly worried about Panthers. Oh, we lost a GMC. Okay, so enemy artillery falling on right here knocks out one of our trucks. Maybe two. I think he timed that perfectly right. I think we had, what do we have, 4? They're all dead. M16 and M10 might get knocked out too. That was a good off map. Oof. So 6-pounder here to cut them off, but they are grabbing the flag. And Brazilians getting scared and pushed off here. JU-188. Ah, it's this guy. M16's getting in on the action. He's still alive. The Brazilians. I think they have the funniest voiceover in the game. I've got an M250. I mean, they're never going to get up the hill, but they've got the flag. So, artillery. I'm running out of 107s here. Only one guy. 4 men made it out of that artillery barrage. We'll see more and more going up. 14-10. They're pushing back a little bit. Well, we got the farm back, so that helped out. Let's take a look at what's changed on the battlefield. So we lost this flag. Enemies done a good job of pushing us back here. So sort of encroaching on our position. Finally, the M2 90mm coming in. Sorry, I thought I did that way earlier. Move the T-70 up. You only get 2 of these. Try and take out this 251/1. What's the road speed on these things? 81. That thing rips. Like the use of the T-38 M2s. Always love using cheap machine gun carriers. 5, 10 points. If you know how to use them and keep them out of danger, they're pretty good. I was using the 50 cal up there until I got scared. Morrow team's getting in really aggressive here. Not going to stand up to that MG34 fire. The Bren teams have a Panzerfaust, though, but he can be spotted, so... RE-2002 not going to make it through. Fortunately, they have good resilience, but way too much AA. He gets knocked out of the sky. All right, so I'm walking the 90 in. We'll walk this one forward. See if they can do anything before the end of the match here. I think that's enemy off map. Yeah, more off map coming down over here. 50 cal in the fight, though, against these Ursat's troop in Paris. Getting them pinned down. Now, one of the leaders has discipline. I think it's him, yeah. So you can keep the American ones in line with the gunner leader in that red ring. We got the hero creeping in, but he has no more infantry support, but he is spotting these Italians out here. What's this, FW-190? Nails the kangaroos. So, lots of light infantry heading to the front here. Backed up by a Panzer IV. Should be able to knock out that 251/1. Although on the move, they do not have a stabilizer, so he misses the first shot. Second shot. Ooh, he might get knocked out by this artillery. Can he hit it? Finally stops, knocks him out. 17-pounder is in position now. Ooh, we destroyed a 150. Okay, so we just missed it. The M2 took out one of their artillery half-tracks. The other one's up here now. So any trucks that are spotted come through, you see he's lining up on it right now. Oh, he's shooting at infantry. Okay, well, that truck got opened up right away anyway, so I don't think he was going to hit him in time. Lots of pioneers down here. I brought up a M2 to back him up, and now we got a Stug 3 in our sights. See if we can do something actually useful here. No, he's out of range now. This thing's fires so fast. What's the rate of fire on this? 18 rounds a minute. Holy cow, that's dangerous. Is that the same speed for AP? Nah, they drop it to 12. Probably a good thing for game balance. We lost a truck. Been moving more of these converted gunners. They're the US ones now. You got 13 M1 Garand, so you do a damage of almost 2. Half the load for the BAR, since you only get 1, though. Enemy artillery falling on us. WC-25 getting in on the action on the front line here. T-38 M2 still up. M42 knocking out this enemy armor. Took out a gorilla somewhere. It must be the M290. And I'm moving the T-70 up. Let's see if we can take out this 35 RF. Got him. There's a Tiger. He's getting pinged on. I heard those 14.5s going down. Uh-oh. Getting spotted here by everything. T-70 is knocked out, and M2 got blown up too. I'm bringing in a B-25. Ugh, sorry. Got 4 227 kilogram bombs, but he's probably gonna die. That A is so strong. So this area got nuked. This one's still up though. B-25 is killed off. What a heavy artillery fight in this one. 280s are dropping right here. Almost got my Bofors gets knocked out too. Brought in a command tank. Less than a minute to go here in the match. 15-9. So, left flank looks pretty secure to me. The right flank looks like we're pushing forward, and we got the intersection again. I brought in Brazilian snipers to spot down the road. And hopefully that 90 millimeter can take out some more guys for us. We didn't see it earlier, but I did bring in an M4 Sherman here to stop any of these Panzergrens from coming across. And they can also take out the Panzer IVs. Bounces on the Panzer III. Get out of town. What's the frontal armor on that thing? 70? We got 90 mils of penetration and 1,000 meters? Come on. Ooh, we lost the M10 up here. Probably to the Panther. And the M4 Sherman goes down to the Panzer III. L335's committing suicide here at the very end. 8 seconds to go. We took out a Panzer III leader at the very end. 1-0, and that is the match. We have a minor victory after 32 minutes and 15 seconds. We've captured 15 out of 24 objectives. Take a look at our team stats here. So, I got tore up in that match, guys. I don't know how much I helped the team, to be honest. Look at that score. It's not very good. Less than 1,000 on a match is usually not good, especially when this length. So let's just see what we did here. So our T-70 killed some things. The M290, that's the one that was down in the valley. Took out a few things, but man, my contributions to victory were not great. Heavy battery got us. Let's see what else got us here. And a lot of one-off stuff. So 120s are deadly, guys. We did 6% of the kills and had 12% of the casualties. I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.